Multi-passionate people do not fulfill their creative potential or their earning potential because of this one thing. And this is the programming of the neurotypical society. We were all born into a neurotypical society where all the rules, the regulations, the culture were created by neurotypicals for other neurotypicals. And that does not work for us. But we don't see this. And until you actually see this, until you peel back the curtain, you're going to be stuck and you're always going to wonder why you think you're broken or why you're not going to fulfill your potential. It's okay? And this is because we're very different kinds of people. Multi-passionate people are spiritual beings having a human experience, and neurotypical or specialist people are human beings having a spiritual experience. So we're both spiritual, but for us it's a much deeper frequency. And that's why we're more spiritual, philosophical, we're deep thinkers, we're deep feelers, we're highly sensitive people, we're deeply empathetic, we seek purpose and meaning. Whereas neurotypical people and specialist people, they have a higher threshold for boredom. They can do jobs where they just don't like it. They don't get any fulfillment. There's no purpose and meaning in it. It's just a job to them. But they can do that for decades or their whole career because of the safety of a regular paycheck. And we can't do that, right? We need passion. We're multi-passionate people, right? We need the purpose, we need the meaning, we need to be able to connect with other people. And that is our guiding drive. And once we realize this and the strategies I'm about to show you, then you can help remove the societal programming which is keeping you stuck, which is making you feel broken. And I'm going to outline some strategies on how to do this and philosophies how to do this. So my name's Jake. I spent 28 years in the music industry where I worked with artists, all multi-passionate people, and took them to selling millions of albums, number one singles, number one albums, some of the biggest DJs in the world, all from scratch. And the last 5 years I've spent in the creator economy. I built an audience of over 170,000 myself on TikTok and Substack, and I've helped hundreds and hundreds of multi-passionate creators and entrepreneurs get out of their own way and start fulfilling their potential, okay? So let's look at this. The neurotypical societal norms they have a very sort of mediocre mindset, okay? And that is they play it safe. They stay in their lane, play it safe, take the traditional path. They have a lot of dreams and aspirations just like you and I, but they don't tend to go for them, okay? Because they have a high boredom threshold. They would rather just take a regular wage, have the safety and security and certainty of that. But of course, AI revolution is going to completely disrupt the whole job market. I mean, we're going to see the biggest cultural shifts in the job market in our history, right? So obviously this is going to be completely unsettled. But look, you can't make money out of creativity. You were told this as a kid. I was told this as a kid. And of course it's not true. The creator economy is worth billions and billions and billions of dollars annually, and it's just growing bigger and bigger. Most businesses fail. That's another thing you hear. Just play it safe. Just go and get yourself a regular job. Most businesses do fail. That's very true. But we are driven. Because of our generalist abilities and our multi-passionates, we are perfect entrepreneurs, because entrepreneurs have to spin many plates simultaneously. We are really good at doing this, and we've got a drive. We want to help people. We want to solve problems and have our financial freedom and so on. You're too sensitive and lazy. Yeah, that's basically what happens. So what happens is that when we're kids, is that we're told we're too much, we're too sensitive, we're too this, whatever. So we hide ourselves away. We put on masks and we hide our awareness and all our quirks, our multi-passionate traits, and we become people pleasers. So we start dimming our lights. We start turning down our potential because we don't want to stand out, right? We want to fit in. We don't want to be rejected by the tribe. Now, the tribe could be your family, it could be your friend group, it could be your school, it could be just society, as a whole. And that means we start dumbing down our intelligence because we don't want other people to feel stupid, right? And then we start lowering our expectations to fit in with mediocre mindsets. So if we're surrounded by people who have all these goals and aspirations but are too scared to go for them, that's going to rub off on us, and we're going to act in the same manner. Whereas if we were in a tribe with other multi-passionate people who are very driven, who fulfill their potential, who just go for it, who want to go traveling, they do whatever it is they want to do, they just follow their curiosity and they're very driven, then that's going to rub off on us as well. If these are people that are further along than us, we're going to aspire to be that, right? And this is where we need to be, right? Because otherwise we're not going to go for the opportunities because we don't want others to feel bad. So the most common dying regret is I wish I'd lived a life that was true to myself and not what other people's expected of us. We are limiting our own potential because of other people's expectations, because we don't, stuck in these tribes and wearing these masks. And we have to break free from this. Otherwise, we're just going to live a life of unfulfilled potential. We're going to be, in quiet desperation. We're going to live a life of maybe quiet misery, full of apathy, and, we're just going to never fulfill our potential. And then we're going to face our dying regrets, which, I wish I'd lived a life that was true to myself and not what other people expected of me. So how do we break free from these limitations? Well, we have to remove our limiting beliefs. What is true, what's not true. Now, you can do this yourself. You can maybe do this by journaling. You will get an intuitive sense of what's holding you back, but often you have to maybe go and speak to a sort of a coach or something along those lines. But basically, you have to remove all the limiting beliefs of the neurotypical society, right? The truth is that you can be anything you want to be. You have so much potential. You're a creative genius. You really are. I've yet to meet a multi-passionate person that's not a creative genius. It's for you. It's been able to stack up your multiple passions to solve a specific problem. That's what we do. We call it niching up. I'll have other videos about that on here. Okay. The best way to do this is to follow your curiosity and your intuition. You're faced with choices. The reason you get stuck in overthinking is because you're trying to avoid failure, you're trying to avoid pain, you're trying to avoid cringe. These are all neurotypical traits, okay? For you, you have to follow your curiosity, follow your intuition, which means you're going to experience failure because you can't be successful without experiencing failure. You have to surrender to failure, okay? You're going to experience pain. You cannot have growth without pain. You just have to surrender to the pain. In order to build an audience, in order to put yourself out there, to share your ideas with the world, to share your creative genius, for you to fulfill your potential, you have to get your ideas out of your head and into the world. And that means you're going to have to surrender to cringe, because in the beginning, you're just going to get crickets. That's just the way it is. That is the price. That is the cost of the ticket for you to fulfill your potential. It's the yin and the yang of life. You have to experience the pain in order to experience the joy. And then to do that, you have to have a fuck it mindset. You just have to commit to this for a 6-month period, a 12-month period, 18 months, 2 years, whatever it is. You can say, I am going to embrace and surrender to failure, to pain, and to cringe. Because by embracing those three things, as opposed to avoiding it, resisting it, all the suffering comes from the resistance of it, then you can move forward, you can articulate your creative genius, and you can share those ideas with the world, and that is how you have a fucking impact, right? So it's taking risks, it's embracing uncertainty. The mediocre mindset is forcing life, trying to cling on to the illusion of certainty, which, let's face it, in the AI revolution is just not going to happen. Our whole society is about to be delved into the realities of uncertainty. And it's the people that can embrace that can move forward through a place of curiosity and intuition. These are the people that are going to be massively successful in the AI revolution. So this is what I hope for you. Get started, fulfill your potential, embrace curiosity, just fucking go for it, because you have got so much potential out there. So yeah, just go for it. All the best. Hope this helps. Peace out.